What's up, everybody? It's Chad with CCV. You know, today I'm going to be talking with you a little bit about the Prius V, and maybe one of the reasons why, or a few reasons why I think the Prius V might just be the perfect vehicle for you to go live in and do a cross-country trip, traveling America, seeing all the sights, and maybe even sleeping inside of there, right? That's right, one of those types of videos here today. So come on, stay with us. I'm gonna show it to you real quick, and then we're gonna drop into a test drive and come right on back over here and check it out. So yeah, the Prius V. Oh yeah, there it is right there, right? Man, that's a good looking one. So anyways, well, one thing I'm gonna tell you, first off, if you out there trying to go and buy yourself something to travel in, and maybe you just got out of college and your parents or you've saved up or however, you got some cash to go buy a car and go travel and have some fun for the next 6 months or 3 months or a year, whatever it may be, you can buy these pretty inexpensively. You know, if you find one like a 13 model or 15 model with 100,000 miles or a little more than that, you can get one under 15 grand and have you a nice car, ideally, right? It's a Toyota, and then it gets great fuel economy. But you know, here's the thing, a lot of people really dive into this kind of stuff here, right? These Jeep Wranglers, as far as, you know, oh, I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna go off-roading and go camping and all that. And yeah, I get it. You know, the four-wheel drive's incredible. It can go through the water. It can pull itself out from the mud. You know, I can throw a winch on the front, all of that. I get it, I really do. But would a Jeep Wrangler really be comfortable? If you needed to sleep in it, you know, are you going to be able to do that? You know, I'm sure there's options. And again, I want you to realize here for a minute, all right? I'm talking about doing all these things with a budget in mind. So think about that for a minute, because yeah, this works, but let me just take you over to one that you could go do all that stuff in, right? And you could buy the ARB tent setup and the awning and all that stuff. And yeah, you could travel in it and really do some amazing things. But when it comes down to money, that's right, M-O-N-E-Y. First off, here's a 14 JKU Wrangler Sahara. And I know, you know, some are going to be priced less, some more, whatever. But here's a 14 model with just around 98,000 miles or so on it, for $29,999. Did you hear that? $30,000. Now it's got the 35 series Mastercrafts. It's got a decent sized lift on it. It's got the winch on the front, the LEDs. It's got the automatic trans, the hard top. It's nice, but you're talking about $30,000. So we're talking about doubling up on the price from this over here. And then on top of that, you still got to go buy the $1,500 tent setup on the top and a bunch of other stuff, right? Because theoretically, it's just not going to be all that great sleeping inside the back of a Jeep Wrangler. But this over here, I'm going to show you today why this might be a good option. So stay with me. I'm going to go hop over. We're about to do the test drive. I'm going to tell you a little story about a girl with surfboards. That's kind of fun. And then we'll be back over here to get inside these vehicles and show you how the space works and all that. So here we go. Oh, don't forget, guys and girls, can you hit that like button for me? Seriously, hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. And subscribe, because I'm selling this stuff. It ain't a channel just about cars. It's about a channel about cars that I sell. So thank you, subscribe and like. All right, let's get started. Oh, what's up, everybody? Yeah, we're back at it again. All right, everybody, welcome back. So yeah, we're inside the Prius V. It beeps at me while I'm in reverse. So we got to do this a little faster. Man, what a nice car though. It really is, the Toyota Prius. But the V model is basically larger in size. So it's a good bit larger too, and I'll show you that today. If you're out there shopping, you know, between the two of them, as soon as we get this beeping done, drive you crazy, right? Beep, 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 beep. Anyways, does have a backup camera, but you know, today I thought I'd make a video talking about the sizes of these cars, because I had this girl come in a few weeks ago, and anyway, she hops out her car and she's just as cute as can be, right? And you can just tell she likes sports, right? And anyways, how could I tell, right? She likes surfing. I'll tell you how. She rolls up in an old school Volvo station wagon. I'm talking like a 90s version Volvo station wagon. And, you know, got the surfboards on top and all that. So, you know, living here in Charleston, you run into a lot of people that enjoy surfing because we got these beautiful beaches, Folly Beach, Sullivan's Island, Isle of Palms, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, just a quick shout out to the show on Netflix, Outer Banks. The girl that actually stopped by our store would be a perfect pick to be on the show. She's got such a great personality, and she just has that vibe to her, like that show. I love it, you know. But anyways, that Carolina kind of vibe. So anyways, long story short, she was coming in to look at Priuses, and she really wanted to see the difference in size between the V and the regular Prius. And so she got the surfboards out and all that. And you know, we opened up a Prius V, not this one, but a different one. And she set the surfboards in the back with the seats down and all that. Then we went over to the regular Prius and did the same thing. And actually, with the seats down in the regular Prius, her surfboard fit in there. Now, a longboard, definitely not fitting, but you know, her surfboard looked like a maybe, you know, 6-foot board, something like that, which she said it was her larger board. So it really kind of dawned on me, like, wow, a lot of people don't really know the exact size between the two. So anyways, I never break things down, you know, by dimensions so much. I like to break it down in layman's terms for you. So what I will do today is I'm going to actually get in the back of this Prius V. I am 6'1" in height, and I'm gonna lay down in the back of here, and then I'm gonna go lay down in just a regular Prius and kind of give you an idea of the size there, because I don't have a surfboard, and if I did, I'd do that, but I'm gonna get my butt in the back of it. So stay with me. Now, before I start laying down in the cars and all and giving you the look of how much room you got in there, first you need to look at the car and see if you like the look of the car, because the Prius V does have a little bit different look to it. Now, when you kind of get down like this and look at it like that, you know, it doesn't look too different. But again, the V is a bit different. And some of it kind of is, as you can see, the back of it back here, right? Kind of how it's tight, then it kind of, you know? So that's some of the look. The front of the car I really like. It's still a pretty good looking car in the front. I know not everybody is a fan of Priuses, right? But realistically, pretty much the perfect car to get good fuel economy in, right? It's hybrid. I mean, it's half gas, half electric. You don't even have to plug it in at night. Just put your gas in and drive. So it gets, you know, really good fuel economy. I think well over 40, probably close up to the 50s. But again, do you like the look of the car? Because at the end of the day, you know, everybody always goes, man, I gotta like the way it looks, right? Not everybody, but a lot of folks, you know, they want to make sure they like the look of it. Taillights are a little bit different on this one versus the other one, but really the main look of it is just right up in there. Kind of gives it a station wagon look a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, that's what a Prius V looks like. And this is about the body style Prius Vs that most people are going to be shopping for if they're looking at pre-owned ones. Anyways, let's take a look in the back, right? Because that's always so important. And I really get it. You know, this girl's, you know, main thing is that how hot it is down here in the South. You know, she just didn't want to really leave her boards outside the vehicle for a long period of time. You know, if she's out on the road, stopping by the stores and all that, she wants to be able to put her surfboards in the vehicle and be able to lock the car if she wants to run in the store, do some shopping or whatever. So I get it. But she's explained to me too, though, about the heat and, you know, the wax you put on your board. I don't know. I guess the hot heat and the sun and all can somehow mess up your surfboard some. So anyways, but it's a pretty big area back here, as you can tell. I mean, it's got a lot of room. Now, another thing that I like about it too, if you're buying it because you don't really need it for storage so much, but maybe hauling people, you know, like let's say you're a Uber driver or Lyft or something like that, this is good because look at this. you can actually, just like the front seats, you can grab this right down here and pull it back or pull it up. Look at that, okay? Now that's a bit tight, but if you needed to get something big in the back, look at that big gap there. I mean, you got some room to do that, right? So that's kind of cool. And let's see here. Well, there you go, look at that. Let's go do the other side over there. Starting to really get ourselves some space now. Pretty spacious. I mean, it's pretty flat for the most part, right? Not too bad there. I mean, there's a little bit of incline here, but perfect for doing what that lady was doing. All right, hang with me. All right, mainly trying to figure out how to get my camera set up, so it's just kind of sitting there, but yeah, let's take a look, all right? This is pretty solid for the most part. I mean, could be a little more solid, but I think it'll handle my 200-pound body. Hope so. But yeah, let's see. We'll just lay this way. All right, let's have a look here. All right, so there's my legs. They're perfect, right? Legs are in. Where am I at, right? I mean, you could close the hatch down if you had to. But yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, so anyways, if you had something that's 6'1", 6'2", yeah, you could probably fit it in here like some surfboards. Yeah, the mailman's probably like, what is Chad doing today? Yeah, it's a pretty good space. Oh, not bad. I did this a few years ago in a Volkswagen GTI. It wasn't the most spacious area, but I also did it on the Volkswagen Jetta station wagon, and I was kind of doing the differences between the Jetta, maybe the Golf and the Jetta wagon, and of course the Jetta wagon pretty much won. All right, so you got to see that. Let's walk over and take a look at a Prius. All right, boy, oh boy, it is hot in here. Man, the humidity in the Carolinas. Let's back up this little Prius for a minute. Now, so you know the differences maybe in the years of them, right? This car here is just a regular Toyota Prius, but it is a 2010. So I think that might be like a second gen Prius, something like that on the body styles. And if you were curious of the other one out there, the Prius V we just were inside of is a 2015. So 5 years difference, but you know, size-wise, this should be a good comparison. All right, let's hop out and take a look. So I mean, definitely much smaller. I mean, it just looks smaller, which to me on a Prius, smaller kind of looks better, right? I like the body style on this one, not bad. White's always been a favorite color of mine on a Prius. Just looks kind of nice in white. And I know there's so many cars on the road in white. There's white, there's white, there's white, there's white. They're everywhere, right? I even got a white car at the house, but anyways. There it is. I don't know, actually, taillight is kind of similar to the other V over there, but that's not what this is about. This is all about the space in the back of this car, which I hit the button and it doesn't want to pop it open, right? So let's do it this way. Maybe we got to make sure this car is unlocked. Let's see. This one is one that we're still working on getting cleaned up and all. And we've detailed it and all, so it's just about ready. But there's your space in the back. So the V is probably a little bit wider and definitely got more space this way, you know. But let's really hop in like I did a minute ago and see how it'll work. Now the Prius that young lady I was telling you about stopped by and looked at with us, that one was the regular one, by the way, the regular Prius. Oh, look at them little solar panels up there. That's kind of cool. But that one was a 2017 model Prius at the time. This is kind of interesting. Look how Look how that kind of hangs over like that. Ugh. I'm assuming it comes forward. Right? Does it? It's kind of weird. There we go. Yeah, sure does. All right. We'll do that for a minute. And drop this down. Like that. All right. Now, when she put her surfboards in the Prius V, of course it worked out perfectly. And then we took another 17 model Prius, but just a regular one like this. And it actually, her board fit in there as well. It kind of came just a little bit over that little armrest there, but it worked. And she basically decided at that time that she was done looking at Prius Vs and she would stick to searching for just a regular Prius. Because she liked the look of the regular Prius a little bit more. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop in and see what we can work out. Just making sure it's still solid. All right. Well, right now that's not going to work. I got to get these legs like this. And the other thing to all this is, could you sleep in the car, you know? So, technically, yeah, I could, yeah, my head's right on the armrest, right? So, of course, a good bit smaller. You know, when we were in the V a minute ago, my head really wasn't, and I don't know what the video looks like just yet because I haven't edited it, but I'm pretty sure my head wasn't this far into the armrest here. I was more like in between the two seats, just like that. So it's definitely a lot more room. But, you know, if you wanted to do some overlanding in your Prius, oh, headroom, huge difference in headroom between the two. I mean, the V has got so much headroom in the back, it's incredible. So if you wanted to do some overlanding in a Prius, and what I mean by that, I'm not saying going out in the mountains and all that, but if you wanted to travel the countryside and say to yourself, you know what, I want to live in my car for the next year, and I want to travel all over America. You know, I got some cash stacked up in the bank. You know, I want to go out and find a car. And I want to do this, right? You know, I'm done with college. I'm getting ready to start my work life, and you know, one day I'm going to have kids and a wife and all that. But I want to take a year or two just to travel and really, you know, just see the country, right? The Prius V, I would say, is your best option. You got plenty of room in there. You can travel. You can get good fuel economy and not break the bank. Longer wheelbase, better ride quality on the interstates, and seriously, if you wanted to set it up in the back with some kind of blow-up mattress and sleep in the back of the V, you truly could do that and keep some of your stuff in the car with you as well. Seriously, I'm sure it's been done before, but the Prius V would be the way to go if you're a bigger person. But even if you're a smaller person, it's definitely well worth it. I would say in that situation, go out there and find you a Prius V. And, you know, because here's the thing, folks, doing stuff like that, you can do it in a Subaru Outback. You can do it in a Jeep, or not a Jeep Wrangler, but I mean, you could, I guess, but there's not enough room in there. But you could do it in a Subaru Outback. You could do it in a Volvo station wagon. You could do it in a Toyota 4Runner. You know, there's a lot of different vehicles and vans and things you could do it in, but they're not always going to provide the fuel economy and the reliability that you're looking at, maybe like this right here or like that over there. So anyways, there you go. You got to see it. What do you think? Let me know. If you're going out doing some road tripping stuff, let me know in the comments section. I'm curious to see what people are thinking, what people are doing. I've watched a lot of vlog series of people just traveling and living in their cars. You know, a lot of times people think, oh yeah, people living in their cars are just bums, and you know, they don't want to work, they're lazy and all this and that. But there is a lot of folks out there, and if I didn't have kids and a wife and a job and everything like I got going on, and I know that's an excuse sometimes, but you know, I'd like to travel and see the world or see the countryside a little bit. Seriously, I haven't really been but just to a few states, and I think that would be exciting, you know, to do something like that before your life turns into the grind and the routine that it is right now every day. So yeah, or you can go screw it. I'm going to go do this, and I don't care if anybody else cares. You know, that's the thing. But that's not responsible. You know, just leaving your family and everything you got going on and just being selfish and doing that. That's not the case. Now, if you got your wife and your family and everybody's like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's go buy a camper and do all this, awesome. But you know, it takes money to go do all that too. So you got to work hard and make the money, unless somehow it was just there for you. Wow, that would be nice. But anyways, have a great day. God bless you. And whatever you got going on in your life, just do it to the fullest. Try to make some kind of dent in this ground every day. And at least one day when you're gone, you can say, you know, or other people can say, hey, that guy Chad over there, or that guy James, or Rebecca, or Leslie, or whoever, they really gave it a lot, those 40, 50, 100 years. All right, guys, later.